Has another fit.
Oh. So we try Aloysius' theory. Doctor.
We slap him around a little. He
Can't
appears.
smell of baloney.
I wonder how Tom would react to that, us slapping him around.
I think he'd probably slap you around.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the cure is me slapping other people. You take a turn slapping you guys.
What the doctor is?
That's what he would do. If you guys slap him, he'd be like, "Oh, well, maybe the cure is slapping other people," and he takes a slap at each of you.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Maybe I need to do it again. You're like, whoa.
Hold him down, Juliet.
Sorry.
I don't know if I should get involved. I think Aloysius should hold him down. I'm afraid of Dr.
Aloysius, like, he's sitting down. He's got a bottle of vodka in his hand. He's like, "Hi."
Let us find out what Shrunken Head all about. That's what. So let the research begin.
Right.
And so I think Tom also does. Tom have I think the doctor has a Cthulhu mythos score, doesn't he?
He does. He has like a 10, I think.
I think
maybe more now.
I think most of us do.
And what did we determine? We determined in Nicole. What did we determine the bonus for the book referencing the book was, Sean?
Well, it's not a bonus. It's just a straight roll, and
okay.
Cultist Schoolless is 12%.
Okay, I thought you added that to your Cthulhu mythos.
No, it's just a straight 12% to reference. Try to reference something mythos related in the book.
Interesting. Now, Tom has on his character his Cthulhu mythos at 22%.
I think that's right, because he started with some.
He started with the 10. He's gained 12.
I believe we've all gained 12. That's what I have is 12.
Okay, let's see. Well, no, but Aloysia didn't, did he? Because he didn't read the book.
Right. Yeah, the 12 was from reading the book. And that's why the 12% is the reference as well. I think it's equal to the Cthulhu mythos, so it gives you from reading it.
I gotcha. All right, man. Let's query the books.
All right. Do you want to do the Shrunken Head first?
Sure. Aloysius holding it. He'll take a look. Well, he can't actually. Well, I guess he could, but there's no with the 0%. There's no way for him to roll for it at all. So
I'll take a closer look at the Shrunken Head. Is it human? Obviously human, or not? Assuming it's human.
It is. It looks like an authentic shrunken human head.
And I know some shrunken heads.
All right. I'll spend a couple hours here rifling through the book. Funny. I think I remember a Shrunken Head reference, but I can't be sure.
Oh, I thought that was reversed.
No.
Well, Sebastian will take a look in the tome for it. Let's see here.
No, I'm sorry, guys. The reference was to a living head, not a shrunken head.
Oh, okay. Totally understandable. All right, so just a straight 12 off of this, right? Or is it 24?
It's a 12%.
12%. Oh, and the library skills come back.
Forgot to read the footnotes.
You see Sebastian reading a pamphlet about the train. There's nothing in this damn thing.
Even though you've read this book completely, and you know the spells in it, you also realize there's probably information in here that you've missed, and some
Yeah.
stuff that could be hidden.
And it's a massive book too.
It is, yeah. So, got it. It's possible that you could find something, or
Well,
if you roll.
let's have Humperdick have a look if he's finished stroking out.
Yeah, these seizures only last maybe a minute or two at the most. You know.
Yeah, he loses sanity for all those two, doesn't he?
Now he can mitigate that with his luck because it's pulp. You know?
Yep.
By my luck, but I have no idea where this is. Look, he passes out. Do you want to roll for Jeff or Zhang?
All right.
Well, would you like black or red? Yes.
All
Which
right.
one are you rolling for, Jeff or Zhang?
Jeff references the cultist as Ghoulies,
Okay.
and he rolled a d20. What are you doing, Jeff?
He does what he wants.
Oh, closest yet, 21.
Well, he would burn the luck for that. I know he would.
No,
But you
Jeff,
can't.
Yeah, Jeff, that was the same reference I found to the living head that's not a shrunken head.
I always want to do that. All right, well, here's Zhang.
Of course.
Let's see if he can do it for us. Oh, he didn't. Did he read the books, Zhang?
Oh.
No. Okay, because he's got a 0, so he's.
He never read the books. He learned some spells from you guys, but he didn't read the books.
Okay.
Or the book. Technically.
Yeah, he's trying to preserve his near perfect sanity. Got 96 sanity.
That is pretty damn awesome. Somebody's got to be sane.
It's hard to do double back handsprings when you're insane.
Right. He's got a craft. Well, perhaps we check out this miniature toy boat, huh? So,
Toy boat. Right.
oh, not too far away.
Like finding a needle in a haystack.
It is. The doctor will take a look.
It's not in there. It's not in there.
Oh, the doctor can't find it either.
All right, Bowser.
No luck.
No dice.
All right, let's move on to the next item. What else do we got?
Got
The spices.
yeah, the spice box. Oh, I don't think we've opened the spice box. Or wait.
You haven't.
What about the locket? I think we did open the locket. Did we not?
Let's see here.
I don't think we did either. Kind of what we're planning on doing on the trip here. Kind of like Christmas morning.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of your parents handing you a Mad magazine when you get in the back seat of the car.
Yeah.
Here, keep yourself busy.
So do you try to open the locket?
I'm gonna look for the locket in the book first. Sebastian will look at it, see if he can find. Oh my god, a 96.
Stick yourself in the eye with it. Ow!
Oh man.
Damn. Hurts too, man. It hurts.
All right, I'll take a point of damage for that.
Bar, get some ice.
Yeah, no, I go to the bar and give me some scotch. Neat.
All right, come on, lock it. Oh, boom, 2.
Wow.
I think all we know about the locket is that it's a locket with a thick chain, Kabbalistic, and there's something special about it. Somebody told us that.
You realize that this thing actually basically is a luck charm. Actually makes you more lucky.
Oh.
If you wear it.
Oh, don't tell Dr. Humperdinck. Huh. It's lucky. Make a note of that. So who's the unluckiest among us?
Apparently, in order to craft this, it contains the brain of some kind of creature.
Okay.
The locket does?
Yes, and I'll put in the text. It's sizable. It's about the size of your palm.
Oh, it's not. I was thinking like,
but it's not the whole brain it requires. It's more of it. That's the name. That's the name of the creature. Apparently, it provides some type of additional luck.
That's very interesting. I wonder if it actually contains a brain, says Juliet to the doctor.
Well, apparently, it's the dried core of that creature's brain. It's the component to make this thing.
Well, Doc, do you want to see if you can open it?
Yeah. Why not?
Is there like a clasp or a latch or something on it, or is it actually like a lock of some kind?
It looks like there's, maybe, like there's not a clasp, but it looks like, there's a front to it, I don't see any hinges or any clasps or anything like that. Try to get it open and you can't.
Yeah, I was just going to say maybe we should just leave well enough alone.
Humperdinck's attention span is pretty short, so he'd already moved on to something else.
Yeah, so, yeah, Doc, you should wear that, Doc.
He's got everything on.
So basically, it conveys a 10% bonus to all luck rolls.
Ooh.
Nice.
By the wearer.
Yeah, he probably is the right person to wear it. Now, where should we put that on his sheet?
Here, I'll make a note of it.
Okay.
I'll just copy what I have in my journal here. Tom will be happy to hear about that, and I think he will need all the luck he can get.
He is going to need all the luck he can get. I think he is the right person to wear it. Yeah.
So he's got the robes of office and this locket on.
Not only does he need to wear it, but he'd want to wear it.
And the cursed dagger.
Apparently he's cutting his steaks with.
By the way, I noticed on the character sheets, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but all those boxes on the character sheet, kind of down in the bottom of it, you can drag those boxes and make them bigger. But it's only temporary, unfortunately. If you close the page and reopen it, they kind of resize back to their default, but you can resize all of the pretty much any of the boxes on this sheet. I think you can kind of resize them. You can see everything that's written in there.
Yeah. I used that just now so I could have Humperdinck and Sebastian's character sheet up at the same time.
All right, Lucky Charm. All right, I put it on Tom's character sheet here. Contains the brain of some kind of creature.
A lucky creature. It's probably a leprechaun's brain.
Not familiar with you're not familiar with what kind of creature. I guess you could try to look that up too, if you wanted to.
Yeah. Why not?
With a 2, you should know its genus and species.
I will too. Can I look up the Loiger or whatever it's called?
Sure, you can try. Yeah. Basically, your roll, you're able to pinpoint the exact nature of this locket.
Sweet.
It's an awesome roll.
Yeah, it really was.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Can't seem to find the you want.
So the spice box. We have not opened Chang's spice box. We do know it's
You have not.
2200 BC. Camel bone spice box. Multiple compartments. Numbering or lettering in Arabic on the front.
It's full of spoiled turmeric and cinnamon.
I think Dr. Humpdick knows Arabic. Can he tell what it says on there? Can you roll Arabic, maybe?
Yeah, let me. Oops. Oh no,
Yeah, you can try.
Got a 60.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
Are
sorry.
you rolling for him? That's okay.
Yeah, I just had a sheet open
I
here.
was taking too damn long. Nice.
It has some sort of basic prayer of protection, and then it identifies it as an apothecary box.
Okay. Wonder if there's any apothecaries in there. Apothecary stuff.
There may be a shrunken apothecary in there.
Huh? Wonder if it's apothecarian. Let's open it and find out.
Shrunken apothecary would be very frustrating because it would have all kinds of cool stuff in it, but the portions would be so small they'd be useless.
So
that's
we
beside
made
the
a
point.
roll.
I got off of that.
Let's see if we can find it in the book before we open it up. Now we know what it says on the outside. Let's see if we can find anything in the good book of ghouls.
All right. Go ahead and give it a try there, Sebastian. Here's a helmet and some gloves.
I'm looking in the book first, my dear.
That's what the helmet's for.
Sebastian has put on his sneaky sneakers. All right, but the doctor's gonna take a look first because I got his. Oh no! Oh, by 1 point.
You think you remember reading something? You're so sure. You read something about some sort of box with the earth. Oh,
Again,
not where that was.
The good doc shoves his nose back into a line of cocaine. What?
Oh, it says spice cylinder, not spice box.
So Sebastian doesn't find it in the book either. Juliet?
Oomph. Right down the middle. Nay.
Jeff? What about Jeff? Bowser.
I think Jeff remembers something. Chapter 23. Nope.
Yeah, did you roll? Oh, there it is. Coming slow. Oh, yeah.
That was some delay there. Damn.
It does that from time to time.
All right, so
There it is. The box staring you in the face. In a clasp on it.
we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that and open it later.
The way you're looking at it, it's beautiful, man. It's It's made of this incredible hardwood that's polished. It's got this
For 80 grand, I hope it's beautiful.
metal inscriptions and the ancient Arabic on the front. It's quite impressive. It's fine workmanship, very nicely made.
I wonder what's in there.
Highest quality. And it's a size, I mean, it's sizable. This isn't a small little cigar size box. This is a big, large box, man.
All right, let me make a note of that.
Now, like the size of it, I don't know, like a TV tray table.
Okay. So it's on the verge of being a chest, kind of.
Yeah, almost.
All right, what else we got here? Seal of Solomon, platinum Hebrew lettering, 900 BC. I think we had some information from that, the author's assistant. He was saying something about that.
Chang told you it was some sort of protection, right?
Yeah, actually, I think he did psychometry on it and had some kind of gleaned some information. Let's
let's see if we can find it in the book.
Yeah, we'll let Jeff have a crack at it here. The book. No.
Sebastian will take a gander. Well, and now the good doctor. Yeah, he found it.
Okay. So this is it's a 6-point engraved star, intertwined equilateral triangles, one golden engraved in hieratic characters, one platinum engraved in Hebrew lettering. Realizes that, first of all, whoever possesses this thing to normal diseases.
They're immune to normal diseases?
And it acts as basically an elder sign.
Whatever that is.
Oh, wow. These things are, I mean, immune to normal diseases. We should probably give this one to Humperdinck, too.
Yeah, I consider he's probably ridden with 6 or 7 different diseases already.
Yeah.
That's pretty
really,
nice.
You're not really sure what an elder sign is. You know it's some type of protective symbol. You haven't really researched that yet.
Okay.
But you know it's some sort of protective device. Immunity to normal diseases.
We know.
So it's a powerful.
That is pretty freaking powerful.
Yeah.
Although normal diseases are probably the least of our worries right now, it is still very powerful.
It doesn't save you from intergalactic leprosy.
No. No, nor eldritch horrors.
Right.
All right, so Jeff's got that. Pop that on Jeff's sheet here. That could come in handy. And that would leave the robe of office and the ceramic vial, which is all kind of mysterious. I don't have any information on the ceramic vial yet.
All right, well, let's check out the robe of office. We'll let Humperdinck look at it first since he's wearing. He thinks it's just a wonderful bathrobe.
It's his battle dress. I think that's what we were saying last session. What he goes into battle wearing.
I think he just wears it all the time now.
All right, Jeff in the robe of office. Hey, Juliet, come on, Juliet. Completely average rolls tonight.
Woo, Sebastian comes
It's
through.
a 5. High five.
It stood out to him in the reading of the books because it was fashion related.
Mm-hmm. Guys, robe of office, here it is.
You recognize this as if you're wearing this robe, the ritual of burial, take some more research, actually figure out what that is, this ritual of burial. It will grant you some type of knowledge, occult knowledge, detailed answer, an appropriate question.
So read
You form in
that
your
again?
mind. Oh, while wearing this, if you perform burial and you don't really know what that is, you'd have to research that, right?
Ritual of burial, yeah.
You'll be granted knowledge, occult knowledge points. Let's say in mythos, occult, or Egyptology, or something like that, of a detailed answer to a first, if you have to formulate an appropriate question. Like there could be some sanity loss to casting this because you're natural communication, basically, right?
All right, cool.
Wear this robe and you cast this ritual. 3 points, basically, percentage, and you'll also be, you can get a question answered. It has to be an appropriate question.
Cool, so it's like a magic 8-ball.
Is yeah. With a cost.
Cthulhu-based magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take every time you do this, you'll take 1 to 4 sanity.
Ew. Okay.
I say we vote Chang to do it.
But you haven't. You don't know what this ritual of burial is. You'd have to research that and try to figure out exactly what that entails.
All right, yeah, we'll look into that. Maybe that's another thing we can do. At least look in the book and get an idea what that might be. Ritual of burial. Go ask a priest.
You realize that might take some intensive study to find out what that is.
Right. Yeah.
More than just trying to reference. You'd have to.
Be our next library visit.
Oh man,
Sebastian have to combine
shutters.
12 of the last couple library rolls, so
we're hoping that we never get back to the library.
In
his head, he's always like, always the library.
Yeah.
The
Oh
library.
God, the library again. Not the library.
Everybody else in the party's all happy. Yay, the library.
Sebastian's thinking about going back to the Legion, life was easier. No libraries.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that's the phobia that they can give you when you go temporarily insane. Whatever libraryophobia is.
Be worse than that. He'll try to burn any book within 100 miles.
Yes. Yeah, not fear of libraries, but hatred of libraries.
Yeah.
A psychotic hatred of libraries. Did you say library?
Exactly.
All right, so Lee, about the ceramic vial, I don't have any info on it. Can I get a description of the ceramic vial? I think I remember it being pretty basic. Like pretty bland.
It's a yellow-brown ceramic vessel, and it looks like it's sealed with a wax cork in ancient Hebrew. Mm-hmm. Again, it's very fine workmanship.
Hebrew, huh?
page that was? I think you guys did, right?
I don't have any notes on it, I don't think. I just remember paying, I don't even remember what I paid for it, actually. It just seems so mundane, but watch, this is the vial that contains some elder god or something, probably, when we open it. Just saying. The genie in the bottle. Per se.
You have no idea what's in this stuff.
Well, thanks for reinforcing that.
You know, well, I mean, so far though, you've figured some stuff out. You know.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if we do.
I mean, you should. You know, you can still investigate.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe we should do a little.
Caution to the wind and open it up, and slam it down your throat without thinking about what's in it.
Man,
looking at it.
We went so far so fast, slamming it down our throat.
Right, we'll send Jeff like to the caboose with the ceramic vial and a helmet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Are you guys looking this thing up in the book or what?
Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we're looking it up in the book. We're not insane.
All right, Julia's looking at the ceramic wax sealed. Yeah. Bad roll.
Predict jokes about grabbing it and just snorting it up his nose, whatever's in there.
Okay, let's see here. Sebastian will have a look. Oh, that wasn't a bad roll, but it wasn't good enough.
All right, Jeff. Oh, better.
Esteban. Nope.
Hey, it's Tom.
Oh, good.
Hello?
Doctor's
Hello?
with us.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's the guy with the 10 more experience. 10 more luck points.
Woo!
The doctor
Ten more
is
than
in.
what?
We decided to give you this locket that gives the holder of it an additional 10 points of luck.
I thought I felt pretty lucky today. All right.
Yeah, well, we figured of all the players you could actually use it. You might need some luck.
Yeah, we were like, we'll let
Not sure that's
Humperdinck
a
keep
good omen
it.
or not.
Yeah,
It's actually a 10% bonus.
on your roll, yeah.
crap. Hello?
So you just take 10% of your.
Still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello? Okay, still there? Okay, good. Sorry.
Yeah.
I must have hit something. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good omen or not, needing extra luck, but okay, I'll take it.
It's definitely an omen. But what we're doing, Tom, is we're researching these items that we got in the last auction, referencing them in the tome. But yeah, we found that, let's see, the locket, the lucky charm, the 10% bonus to luck rolls. So I guess that technically would mean like a -10 on your dice roll. Right?
Okay.
And we found it contains the brain of some kind of creature called a Loiger, I think.
A Ligor?
A Loiger.
It's not a liger.
No, I know what those things are. It contains the brain of one of them?
Yeah.
It's a Loigor.
Yeah. Okay, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, me too. But anyway, we can't open it. Apparently it's not openable, so we couldn't verify that there was a brain in there or anything, but we're just assuming that it's what the book says it is. So
that means it was captured in its corporal form, not while it was uncorporal, or they can dimensionally travel. My Cthulhu mythos knows that. They're normally you can't see them.
Yeah, the book said it's like a dried up brain on the inside of it, of this creature.
Wow, okay.
The brain core.
Right. We didn't find anything odd about the toy boat. The Seal of Solomon We found out the Seal of Solomon that Jeff has, it's some kind of protective symbol or protective device. We found out that it allows the wielder to be immune to normal diseases, which is pretty freaking awesome. And
Wow.
also it acts as something called an elder sign.
Ah, there you go.
We don't know what that is. We assume that's something like handicap parking or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I have an idea.
Well, you know it's some kind of protective symbol.
Can I roll my Cthulhu Mythos so I can say what it is?
Yeah,
Dude,
that's what we've been doing.
We've been rolling the shit out of your Cthulhu Mythos.
No.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, look at
Don't
the
worry,
chat.
There
Yeah,
was
we've been
no
rolling.
gap in Cthulhu Mythos rolls while you've been gone.
All right.
So the robe of office, which Dr. Humperdinck also has, exquisite embroidery, gold, silver thread. We figured it was an office of a judge of some kind or something like that. But we did find some information on that. If worn using something called ritual of burial, it grants some kind of occult knowledge, and which allows you to get a detailed answer to appropriate questions. So I think it's like some kind of Cthulian version of a magic 8-ball, basically.
Right. Right.
But we have no
But I
idea how
have
to
to
use
know
it.
the spell. I have to know the corresponding spell.
Yeah, so the ritual of burial you guys don't know, but you know if you're wearing this robe and you do the ritual, points to a cult or Cthulhu mythos or Egyptology, something like that. You're choosing. You have to have a question. You're answering. You're basically asking some supernatural force, and then it'll give you an answer.
Could be very handy. So the next library visit, we're going to look up this ritual of burial thing and see if we can figure out what it is.
There is a 1d4 sanity loss when you do it.
There's no. We've looked in the books that we have, and there's no reference to it.
That's all we found out about it. Yep.
Okay.
So we determined with the GM that it's basically going to cause some research here for ritual of burial to figure out what that is. Shrunken head, we didn't really find anything on. We do know it's human, probably. And the spice box, we found it's a large spice box, like the size of a TV tray, they said. It's camel bone spice box with multiple compartments. Has Arabic inscriptions. From the doctor's knowledge of Arabic, it seems to contain the lettering contains some kind of prayer of protection. We think it's like an apothecary box. We have not attempted to open it yet.
What do you mean apothecary box? What does that mean?
It contains some kind of medicine, maybe?
Yes, yeah, spices or herbs or medicinal preparations or, ginseng root. That's, Chinese, that type of thing.
I doubt it's like heroin or cocaine or anything. I know what you're thinking.
Right.
No.
Right.
Oh, I mean, that
Well,
could be, well, that's not, well, that's also, yeah, I mean, those types of, and opiate and stimulants and all that stuff could be included in apothecary collections.
Don't get his hopes up.
Saying that's, the doctor would know that.
We don't need the doctor like snorting all of our powder of Ibn Ghazi, okay?
You're right.
Or whatever it is.
Just one taste.
Yeah. And then lastly is a ceramic vial that Juliet has. It's a yellow-brown ceramic vial with a wax seal. It's a Hebrew artifact. We can't find anything on that either. We have not opened that yet either, though. So.
We've got some time to study these things a little more.
Because we're on the train, right? We're heading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Train to hell.
Surprised we haven't found anything on this boat.
On the toy boat?
Yeah. Yeah. Well. We're trying to roll a 12%, I think, on these dice rolls. So we made a couple of them.
Well, not the doctor though.
What were you rolling?
So so this is the third day, right? It's in the morning. You guys have been doing some research. It's probably close to lunch. It's probably close to 12 or 1 o'clock, something like that. And another little fit. It lasts about 2 minutes.
Does he have another vision?
He does, and it's different this time. And I posted that to you in Discord, Tom.
Oh, I didn't see that. Go read it to
If
me.
you,
I didn't. I don't want to.
but if you, okay, I'll just post it here. I'll just post it in the chat, and
I'm afraid if I hit the wrong button, I'll lose you guys. But I definitely I tell everybody what I saw.
So the scene shifts from your last vision. Beyond the stretches of vegetation are desert regions with absolutely no plant life.
Do I think that first vision was the Nile River?
Really not sure.
I'm
Not
seeing if
sure,
I can
Tom.
find pictures of the Nile River.
It looks, you know, in your mind, totally real.
It sounded like the Nile River. Now you're saying there's deserts beyond it. I mean, you're talking about Egypt. It sounds like.
It does. I mean, it definitely looks deserty. You know, you're not sure.
That seems reasonable.
Or Sudan
No
or Morocco or no.
Sphinx or
No, that does seem reasonable.
Vast desert.
Yeah.
You know, vast desert.
So the visions are going to progress to something horrible. Sure.
Yeah.
Does he lose sanity for that again?
Yeah. You lose 2 points.
2?
How many?
2.
2.
Remember, it's pulp, so you can use luck to mitigate this, Tom.
Oh, I mitigate that.
Make sure you're taking the luck off for it.
Right,
what would that be? So
he spends double of the loss to lose half of what he lost. So you'd spend 4 luck to lose 1. Instead.
What about my luck charm?
It's only for luck rolls.
Got it.
10% more lucky. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, I gotta keep my sanity. Keep my head above water.
And you never know. You have to make that luck roll to keep yourself from falling into the abyss, and you make it by 2. Lucky charm paid off.
Yay!
Well, the nice thing about pulp is you do get to roll for luck at the end of the.
Yes.
And there is some recharge there, so.
Yeah, and we get to use it for all of our rolls too, so it'll go up and down and up and down.
Yeah. It allows for some more aggressive play.
Yes, sir.
Aren't the Ligor though? Don't they work and worship? What's his name? GHA Gagahatha or something.
Yeah, Gatana Toa, I think.
Yeah, him. He's the one. If you look upon, you turn to you become petrified.
Yeah, he turns into a living mummy or something.
Yeah, for all eternity. Your brain stays alive, but the rest of you is mummified.
That's nice.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it's Katana Toa. Yeah.
The doctor recalls that from his past readings, and his eye rolls. Not good.
I think the Loigers are Dreamlands creatures, also. Could be wrong. Okay. What do I know? So yeah, that's it with the artifacts here. We haven't opened the spice box. We have not opened the ceramic vial. Kind of scary to be opening this shit. I don't know. It just seems like it has to be done though at some point.
Yeah. I mean,
how will we ever know what we have? I mean, shit, we paid 80 grand for the spice box.
So the maitre d' walks up. Are you ready for your lunch? We have a fine spread prepared for you. Figured immediately they file into the salon car. I assume you guys are still in the salon car, kind of where you're pictured on the map.
Oh yeah, that's totally our hangout on this trip is the salon car with the bar and the harpsichord.
Okay.
Man, I love me some harpsichord now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so they bring an amazing meal, man. Starts with some rosé and some canopies and some and then they move to this steaks and lobster and and wine, and it's pretty awesome.
Enjoy it while you can, fellas.
They're enjoying, yeah. They Boutros, and Aloysia are there too.
Oh wow, honored guest.
Yeah,
We're all heading
Juliet.
out.
Yeah, Juliet will take some plates to the police officers. They're stationed at either end of the train car here. Keep us safe, so I'll take them some plates.
That's really nice.
They're very appreciative, man. They're oh, thank you. This is great. What do you bring them to drink?
I'll bring them some like a snifter of brandy. You know, not too much.
Like a glass of water and some brandy. That they appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it'll spread some cheer.
After they wolf it down, man. After they're done, they wave the maitre d' over and they get some coffee. See, they both have ashtrays. They're smoking and drinking coffee down there.
Yeah.
Things are good.
I asked for an empty martini glass.
Uh-oh.
Okay, absolutely. They bring you one, Tom, immediately. Chop, chop.
I pour a little saline in there for my med kit, drop in some Coke, mix it up with a little toothpick and the olive attached to it, bust out my syringe, pull it up, slap my arm, pat it a little bit, find a nice vein. I'm good for the afternoon.
So Boutros, you get this, an absolute horror. He's like, oh.
I put all.
He makes the sign of the cross. He's like my son. You should not do such things to your body.
I say, don't worry, I'm a doctor. I got this covered. I put it all back in my medical bag.
Don't worry, I'm a doctor, he says.
I show him the red cross on the side of my bag. See, it's all good.
Yeah.
He looks sincerely concerned. You know.
As my pupils get larger.
Yeah.
Well,
see, the medicinal effects are kicking in already.
Yeah.
Suddenly the doctor's smoking.
Like literally smoking?
No,
because the last person who had the knife did start smoking, and I did say you might spontaneously combust. We're not sure.
Yeah, Sebastian does a double take.
He's making sure he's not. Sebastian's very concerned about the spontaneous combustion.
Mm-hmm.
He eyes the fire extinguisher and nods at Juliet knowingly. You know what to do if he catches on fire.
Yeah, well, I say you have to understand, Mr. Alcasi, under the circumstances, I don't think it's unusual for Dr. Humperdinck to be self-medicating. I'm sure he's under a lot of stress.
Yeah, I don't doubt the doctor's prowess as a physician or his knowledge. I just, concerned for his.
We're all somewhat concerned. I take a sip of my champagne.
Yes, we need to get your friend to my monastery. It's amazing. We're so lucky we have this train to travel in. Be able to get there in time otherwise.
Indeed. Well, we have several more days.
Who else is on this train? Is it full or is it just us?
It's our private train, man.
Yeah,
it's
like
okay.
It's you guys. It's about 10 staff, and then there's a engineer. Right.
And are we going max speed? I mean, we've instructed them. Look, dude, you put it all in the coal, and let's get this thing going. Wait, well, I guess we're in the 70s though, so this would be diesel.
Oh,
this is Morocco.
It's actually
Oh, that's true. It's Morocco.
it's actually an old actual Orient Express coal-fired train.
Oh,
Man.
okay. Well, then start shoveling that coal, man. Let's get the boiler going. Let's get the hell out of here.
They're moving at a pretty decent clip. The engineer, I mean, you have a discussion with the engineer about getting there as quickly as possible, and he tells you, he's like, look, these tracks and the way this train is, I can only go a certain speed, right?
Okay.
Will do.
I think we just kind of need to take their word for it, Tom.
I can't.
Right.
Yeah, I'll get you there as quickly as I can safely. It's like I can't max out. I could max out the speed of the train, but it would be dangerous. We might derail.
Yeah, and I mentioned before, Tom, I think those engineer guys, they could be the most important people on the train right now.
And of course, if I see something up above, in front of us, let's say that's a problem, I have to have time to slow down, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let us know if you see something. Okay.
Well, if there's some type of problem, I'll lay on the horn.
That sounds like a plan.
You'll know. Because I'll be ripping that. I'll be signaling you. Yeah, because there could be. I mean, I see you guys are armed. And that's good because there are bandits and it's good you have the police with you.
Yes, we've come well prepared.
And it's not unknown for bandits, to attack a train or try to stop a train.
Would you like some steak and lobster, Mr. Engineer?
Absolutely.
I'll bring him some too. Gotta take care of this guy because he's driving the train. I don't think any of us could drive this thing, at least very well. As you can see, Juliet's kind of expecting bad shit to happen on this voyage. Paranoid.
Yeah, it's like she's delivering everybody's last meal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What would you like?
As I said,
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I told you.
Bananas.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Here today, gone tomorrow. Says as she starts getting drunk.
I rubbed the Ligor brain.
It feels lucky.
It just emanates luck.
Exactly. And who in the sign of Solomon? Describe this. Is it the Book of Solomon? What is that again?
No, it's actually a symbol.
A symbol. It looks like what?
It's a 6-pointed engraved star, basically a Hebraic Star of David. It's formed by two intertwined equilateral triangles, engraved in hieratic characters, and that's in gold. And then there's another in Hebrew lettering that's platinum. Workmanship, yeah. And again, it gives you basically immunity to normal diseases, and it acts as an elder sign.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You're really not sure what that is.
With flame in it? Is there an eye in the middle with a flame in it?
It's not. No, it's like I said. It's this star that's got these two intertwined equilateral triangles. One's gold, one's platinum.
Yeah, and it's actually like a
One's
seal,
Hebrew.
like you would fasten to a building or something, I imagine.
Like something on the front of a podium, like the presidential seal, like in front of a podium kind of thing, like a disc.
It's kind of what I'm thinking, like a seal you would fasten to something. Yeah.
How big is it? 3 by 3 inches diameter? 10 inches? What are we dealing with?
I think he says
Frisbee.
I think he says like palm sized.
Palm.
Yeah,
Palm of your hand.
it's pretty big, man.
Yeah, but it's not the size of a dinner plate.
Oh wait,
though.
I thought the locket was palm sized, not the seal. I can't remember how big the seal was.
The seal's about the same.
Okay. Yeah, but the locket, just so you know, your luck locket's pretty big.
Oh, that is big then, yeah.
It's perfect for the 70s. You got yourself like a Flava Flav style
Yep.
locket on.
Like your brain.
I put it on with all my other gold chains and my hairy chest sticking out between my Hawaiian shirt.
It blends in. It's probably
Yep.
it's not even the biggest one you have on.
Right. Exactly.
And Jeff has the Seal of Solomon. He's carrying that.
Hmm. And do we have? I'm sorry. Do we have books? That's what we've been researching this stuff in. We've been like looking, and that's what the roles have been based on.
Yep.
Yeah, and the
Cult
cultist
of Ghouls.
at
Yep.
schools.
Oh, okay,
Then also some people's Cthulhu mythos roll.
Yeah.
got it.
So what about opening these things up, fellas?
I think we should research. I mean, we've got it's day 3. We've got some time.
Can we? How often can we roll? Like once a day?
If there is anything we have learned from the doctor's experience with the dagger, these items are not to be trifled with.
And have you looked up the dagger?
No, I'd like to though.
I don't think we actually have.
Let's all look it up.
To do that?
Yeah,
And yeah,
looks like
I'll
scouring for the dagger.
allow you to
Why-
try to reference stuff every day, sure, but it's a little taxing. But you have to use your whole day doing it.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Hey man, I can use all day and all night. No problem. I'm focused.
That's awesome, Tom.
So the doctor gets 2 rolls.
Focused. You are focused.
Exactly. Man.
You are focused.
I get like a temporary dex or a constitution of +10.
Right.
It drops, and after a week of binging, it drops to like 50.
Right.
know, yeah.
Minus 50. Yeah.
Exactly.
You figured out 3 of the artifacts and reupholstered the sleeping cars.
You sleep for a week.
Yeah. Roll your Cthulhu Mythos, Tom.
All right, the dagger, and while we're perusing, if I see any description of the land that I keep seeing in my vision, I keep that in the back of my head too.
Got it.
Dude, bam.
Now, what were you looking at exactly?
The dagger was primary.
Dagger.
But
Man.
if there was anything about the land description came up, or maybe if it was in the same chapter of the dagger or something, try to focus in on the dreams as well. But I'm focusing on the dagger. The dagger.
Okay, so you realize that this dagger is an essential item in the worship of Nyarlathotep.
Oh,
Do we know who Nyarlathotep is?
It's the
Yes.
gate.
No.
Yeah, that's what I
Evil
thought.
god, some evil god, some higher evil god.
He's no peace through the gateway.
and he can appear in many forms.
Well, this dagger actually is the gateway.
Oh, damn.
Anybody who's killed anybody who's sacrificed with this dagger, their soul is ripped from their body and sent to some demon sultan in the cosmos called Azathoth.
Oh, fuck that.
Jesus
Eventually-
Christ, Doctor, you're telling us just now?
And eventually,
Well, I didn't know that it was the gateway. I mean, I know who Nyarlathotep is, but I didn't know this dagger was the gateway to his ripping our souls out and providing it to him.
and eventually after
Nobody
eons,
Nobody referenced page 485 to me. I was just kind of
eventually your insane soul, you're turned into a servant of this demon god.
That's for someone who's been
Reminder-
sacrificed by the dagger. Says, right?
Correct.
My understanding is that Nyarlathotep, he enjoys this shit. The thing that the Ligor worship, he's just there. But Nyarlathotep, I think he gets pleasure out of this. I don't like Nyarlathotep at all. He's like fucked up.
I think you're
And
fucked
he can.
up.
I'm looking at him. My eyes separate now. Look at everybody at the table directly. So I'm looking at them, And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, Nyarlathotep, he can appear in different forms. He's got 1,000 forms, man. I'm telling you, it's not good. Watch out for the black man, the man in yellow. There's all kinds of shit.
I wonder what this has to do, if anything, with the ghoul cult. Think they worship this god?
I've never heard of the ghoul cult, and I don't know. But I could assume so. They want to worship him, or worse yet, they want to open the gate and bring him forth.
Oh,
So
bingo.
you also realize that as you're reading this section that this particular item in these rituals where they actually summon and sacrifice to him, were to use this dagger to attack him, you would banish him.
Interesting.
What if I use it to attack other cultists or other people? Their souls will be ripped and given to them?
You're not really sure.
Would it open the gate?
And you know this dagger is used in ritual sacrifice to Nyarlathotep. Anybody sacrificed that way, their soul is sent to this in the cosmos, Athasoth.
And it can be used as a weapon against him, apparently.
And it is the gate. It is the gate. If you were able, strike him, this Nyarlathotep, with this item.
Well, we know what your destiny is, Doctor.
You don't know. It doesn't state for how long.
Eye rolls back in my head.
It still ends up with you exploding, man.
Fuck.
So, Tom, you're now like the acid head warrior to the 10th power.
Exactly.
And also,
and I tell them, like, look, guys, too, these visions about like this river and green and then the open desert. I'm telling you, it sounds like Egypt to me. And I know Nyarlathotep, he used to fuck with the Egyptians a long time ago. He used to pretend to be like their pharaoh or something. And there's a connection there. I don't know all the details behind it. There's weirdness there, but Nyarlathotep likes Egypt and pyramids and Sphinx and that kind of crap. One of his forms, man. I'm almost like it's almost game over, man. Game over, dude.
This is all very encouraging.
It also speaks to the curse. It actually has a particular section regarding this curse that can be used through the dagger. Break the curse. You actually have to take the dagger, altar that's been consecrated to Nyarlathotep. Break the dagger.
Do that.
Break the dagger on the altar, and then put an elder sign on top of all that, and it has this ritual chant.
The chant is used to break the dagger, or do I use a rock?
No, you have to break the dagger on an altar that's been consecrated to Nyarlathotep.
Does it speak to where I would find one of these altars or locations? Are there several altars, or is there one altar? Or
it doesn't specify. It just says in order to of the dagger, you have to break the dagger on an altar.
Would there be any symbols of recognition on the altar? Like it would have a particular symbol on it, or a shape, or a designation, something kind of carving that would say, "Ooh, this is that type of altar."
It doesn't specify, but logically, you think, obviously, if this dagger was used to sacrifice people for Nyarlathotep, surely there's an altar somewhere, but you're not really sure where.
A special altar.
I'm just trying to say how I could identify it as the altar.
You're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure, Tom. That would you'd have to do further research if you were going to try to find that out.
Okay.
Could you say that again,
No.
Lay? So if the dagger's broken on some special altar, what happens? What is it?
So You have to, in order to break the curse of the dagger.
Okay.
For me to get rid of it.
Break
Yeah,
the
you have.
curse.
Yeah, you have to break this dagger on an altar that's consecrated to Nyarlathotep. In other words, where they're sacrificing people to Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
That
Now-
elder sign on top of it, and then you have to recite this. There's like a text in Arabic.
I memorize that text by verbatim. I stay up all night citing it and memorizing.
You know Arabic, don't you, Tom?
He does.
It does, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, you used it earlier, by the way. I checked it for you.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, oh yeah, I got a 60 in it, dude. Speak it better than my goodly English.
Okay.
So yes, I speak in Arabic. Yes, so I chant it. I memorize it, not out loud. I
You
say it in my head.
basically, so you basically know. Assume this is the same knowledge that Boutros' monastery have, right?
They have this
Way to
chant.
exercise this curse.
Oh.
And that's where we're heading, right?
Well, the monastery and the location to these ruins are basically in the same province.
Are
I had
one of
to
these
do this.
guys with us? That one of these monks with us?
Boutros, he's a
With us.
I'm like, Boutros,
monk.
do you know where one of these altars are located? Is that where we're headed?
altar.
What altar, he said.
You mean at the monastery, like a hard to?
No, how to break this curse and for this curse to be ripped away from me? How are you going to save me, or how are these people going to save me?
It's like I don't have that knowledge. There's brothers at the monastery who know this through reading in the library. They've discovered some ritual that allows them to break the curse.
Have they discovered some temple as well?
Oh, there are ruins. There is a temple that the cultists use. Yes.
All right. My eye rolls.
I guess we're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah. See, so then
Really looking
now we
forward to it.
Yeah. Now we get into an order of operation. Do I have to actually stab Nyarlathotep and then break the dagger and put the seal on it, or do I break the dagger, put the seal on it, then I'm saved?
Well, how can you stab him if it's broken?
Hey, that's my point. I mean, but it sounds like I can save myself before I have to stab him. Just hypothetically, I got to this altar and I broke it and I said the chant and I put the elder sign on it. Well, I got mine. And then Nyarlathotep comes out. I can't kill him. Or does the dagger have to be, is the dagger the way that he comes out? Is at the gate? But there could be multiple ways he comes out, though.
Yeah, it's all speculation, but the obvious order would be to strike Nyarlathotep, then break the dagger on the altar. Well, no, strike Nyarlathotep.
You also know. You also
not to let Nyarlathotep out in the first place.
Well,
you
yeah.
you also know, though, from your own studies in Cult of Ghouls, that there are these call and bind spells. Right?
What kind of spells?
Say that again.
There's, from your study in Cult of Ghouls, you know that there are these call and bind spells.
Oh my god, dude. It's like your microphone's working against us.
It leaves out keywords. Exactly.
It leaves out as soon as you
Jesus
say
Christ.
the key word. That's when it drops every time.
Hold on, man. Let me go into this.
It happened like
We know you're
3
doing it on
times.
purpose.
It's like
Is that better?
I don't know. Try to say
Yeah.
the sentence again. We'll see.
studies in cult of ghouls, there's call and bind spells.
Ah, finally, yes. Call and bind spells. All right.
Have we learned those? Do we know those? Or we just know of their existence?
Well,
Contact ghoul.
We do have access to some of those spells. We have Summon
There-
Bind, Lesser Elemental, Summon Bind, Children of the Earth, and Black Binding, which I think is a little different. And call.
Can we use that to bind Nyarlathotep?
I'm just saying, you figure there's probably some spell to call him up, right?
And bind him?
Well, possibly, you don't know. I'm just saying, you're wondering.
That's my next roll.
Yeah, I think those would fall into the like call dismiss category.
That's my next research.
Like we
That's what I
have
do
we
next,
have
to look
call
for that.
dismiss Neagtha in Cultus Esculas.
Yeah, and those are the only spells in the Cultus Disculus, the ones
Okay.
that you have, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for elder
Sure.
gods like Nyarlathotep, they're more contact Nyarlathotep kind of stuff, or call.
And that
I suppose.
that might be what the monks have found. That's the monks we're about to go see. They might have a spell.
Well, I think we're just talking about avoiding being in the presence of Nyarlathotep. So I think we're
Well,
kind of
yes.
that's kind of the right line of thinking.
Right. You're right. I don't really want to have to run up and stab him in the back to get my drift.
No.
I'd rather he not be there at all.
Right, but you will. We know you will.
That would be, oh, dude.
I don't know. We'll have to figure out the order later. It's just
Yes.
we're just gonna have to play it by ear.
Right. I'm just pointing out that there is an order of operation that will need to be considered at some point.
That dagger's much more powerful than we originally thought, I suppose.
You realize
yeah.
you realize that the dagger is definitely a major artifact for this cult.
That was the one thing they were trying to get the most, right? Isn't that what they sold?
Now it all kind of makes sense. All this, the subterfuge and the gangsters at the auction and all this craziness. This thing is definitely a powerful item that's central to their.
The dagger is the gate, apparently.
And dangerous too, to them in some, it would appear.
Yeah. It's definitely the gate. That's why if we break it, it closes the gate. If we sacrifice enough, and I'm sure use a spell, it'll open a gate. I just hope there's not another way to open the gate, or they don't contact him some other way. But the problem is, he's in so many forms. He could, and he's like, think of it like Harry Potter, the little Horcrux, whatever. Like he's chopping up your soul. He can have like little pieces in people and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fucked up, dude. So he doesn't have to be here in completely. He can just be here in part. So.
Well, so much for peaceful sleep on the rest of this journey.
there's no amount of stakes that's gonna make this go away.
That's
and
right.
The horn whistles. Woo-hoo.
We don't. Yeah, we don't have enough alcohol.
Yeah. We got enough Coke. Don't worry. All right. How many more days of research do we have?
Again, if the train's not impeded, it's probably 7 days. It could take up to 2 weeks if there's problems, but 7 days is the optimal.
So do we keep rolling until
you're on day? You're on day 3. So you guys, I assume you should put yourself in the sleeping cars. Over here, I'll put Aloysia right here in a double berth with Boutros. I don't know where you guys want to, but go ahead and put yourself in a sleeping car. It's the end of the day.
Well, yeah,
The cops will take shifts.
Yeah, the split the party rule holds. Don't go wandering off to the liquor cabinet or the harpsichord, Sebastian.
Yeah, buddy system.
But the lilting sound, the harpsichord.
We want to put, yeah.
I mean, I'll go to the sleeping carts with everybody, but I take a book and I'm reading all night. I mean, I'm committed at this.
Do you see where you are, Tom, on the map? I moved you.
Go ahead, movie. Yep. And my gun's out on my lap. and the dagger's in my mouth.
Where's the lucky baloney, man?
The lucky baloney. That's in my front pocket, dude. Or
It's
is
in
it?
it's in your new robe.
Yeah, is that a baloney in my pocket, or you're not sure? It's like, whoa, I did do porn back in El Salvador.
You did porn like last week.
Yeah, well, I was in El Salvador. Yeah, I know. I know. I was there.
You know, I did porn like 3 weeks ago. Yes, we all know.
And I kind of shift the baloney or whatever's in my pocket, and I kind of like moved my chair.
Juliet has a little chat with Doc Humperdinck before bedtime, and he basically conveys to him in her sort of motherly way that she thinks that he might want to kind of cut down on that stuff on this journey, and just at least cut down a little bit, because you may want to have your wits about you, Doctor. Not to mention, this journey could be somewhat stamina draining. Not to mention the ritual or exorcism itself. We're not sure exactly what to expect. So take care of yourself, man.
So you're saying I should save the cocaine for like when I'm about to meet Nerl off the top?
Take it how you will. Just some friendly
I
advice.
I get it. My eye rolls back.
Oh,
Here, and she gives him some vitamin C.
Oh, and I eat it. I munch on that.
all right.
Grab
So
a
you guys
Boy.
sleeping. Suddenly, you're awoken by this sound. Huge. On top of the train. On your car.
What's it sound like?
It's right here.
Like feet landing on it?
So, something large smashing down on the top of the train.
Something
You guys
large?
yeah, something large smashing down on the top of the train. You guys all wake up. What the fuck?
Juliet screams.
I pull out the gun and I shoot through the roof.
Sebastian does the same.
Boom!
Open fire.
Yeah, I just fucking cover your ears, boom!
I know Elisha does. He's just
Well,
sitting there cradling his AK-47.
This is again. It's located right here.
That's where I shoot.
And this-
right there at the roof.
Well, you guys are in your little cabins here.
Be careful with that thing.
You guys are in your cabin, so you're not looked out the window. You don't know. You just hear this giant crash on top of the. So you can tell me what you're doing if you want to start an initiative. Let's see.
I immediately run out and. Well, okay. Well, I'll go and wait.
And that's okay. Okay, go ahead, Tom. You run out into the hallway.
Yes.
Move yourself. You can move down. You can move down to there. Okay, Juliet, what are you doing?
Juliet goes out into the outside of the berth, looks over, sees Dr. Humperdinck running down the hall. She turns the other way and runs down to where the officer is up there at the end of the car.
The officer runs into this room and opens the window.
All right,
He pulls his.
she's
He's pulling his pistol out.
Okay, right.
He slammed the window open. He's pulling his pistol out.
Yeah, she's got hers out too.
What are you doing, Sebastian?
I am going to take a look out the window with my gun drawn, ready for action.
See, you look out the window, man, and you see this enormous serpent.
Enormous
it's like
what?
this massive serpent.
Okay.
It's this mass of wriggling worms. You see, it's got this giant single wing,
Oh God.
Look at it's hard to look at. It's like shifting and changing and twitching and writhing. When you look out the window, it looks down at you and it's like, "Hello." It's got this incredibly harsh voice.
Oh God. It said hello
I-
to you.
I opened fire on it.
Recognize this is the same thing that you guys were attacked by at in Boston.
Oh fuck.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hello." It's got this horrible screeching voice.
I opened fire on it, man.
It's hard to look at.
How did we kill it before? With what?
We didn't. We
Guns?
escaped.
Fire?
You didn't. You ran. You ran for your lives.
We escaped through the gate box.
Shit. Oh, yes. I heard that. Okay.
Let's not forget our sanity
Where-
rolls when we view this
where-
thing.
Where is the gate box, by the way? Do we have
That's
a box
right.
with it?
Let's see here.
No, Chang had a gate box. We don't have one with us.
Yeah, the original one was destroyed, the one that we used. Purposely, so it couldn't come after us.
No. Yes, I get it.
Okay, so before you still have to roll, right?
What now?
Even if you've seen it before, you still have to roll, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
And the way
yeah,
that
so-
works, Lee, is you should only lose a maximum amount of sanity from the same creature that's equal to its maximum sanity loss. So if it's, in other words, if it's like 1d10, you can only lose 10 sanity from having seen things if they're the same thing. I don't know
Right.
what they're.
Oh, in total? Like if I
total.
lost 9 before, I could only lose 1 now?
That's right. Yeah. I'm not sure what
I
we
don't-
lost before. I'm not sure that we actually even saw the thing, or some of us may not have. I'm not sure.
I believe you guys did see it. I'm not sure about the rolls, but yeah, it is a 1d10.
That's if you fail, I assume.
Right, it is.
All right. Well, good luck on your rolls, guys. You should only be rolling low if you've seen it,
Sebastian's-
though.
Yeah, Sebastian's the only one who's looking at it currently.
Oh.
Dodge that bullet.
You've seen it before, Sebastian. You're revolted, but it doesn't keep you from squeezing off rounds at it. Go ahead, tell me what you're shooting it with.
I'm shooting it with my shotgun.
Okay.
My 12 gauge Remington semi-auto shotgun.
Is it daytime or nighttime, Lee? It's nighttime, right? We're
It's-
all about to go to
It's
bed.
nighttime, yeah.
Okay.
I know you guys have been asleep for a little while. It's probably about 2, maybe 2:30. You know, somewhere around in there. I think maybe 3.
Oh shit! So this thing interrupts our sleep. It's even worse.
Oh, it does. Oh, it does, man. It interrupts your sleep. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Damn it.
Can I shoot at it twice?
I think a pump's 1 shot per round.
Okay. So my attacks say 2/1. What does that mean?
Oh, it says 2/1.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 2 every 1 round, so it is 2 shots, I guess.
All right. So just roll twice.
Yeah. Any penalty or bonus dice? I think a point blank could be about 15 yards for a shotgun.
It's 10 yards.
10 yards. That's probably further than 10 yards, so no bonus die for that. Any penalty dice for like environmental conditions, Lee? It is a moving train and it's nighttime. Up to you. I'm just narrating.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
All right.
Get pissed.
Oh shit!
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that was the first shot.
You
so
rolled
it probably
100.
did- Yeah,
Oh, dude.
that's not good.
He
So
did
you-
half a point of damage. Times pi.
Yeah, I do believe that the gun jams. I think shotguns jam on 100.
So you hang out the window and you're like taking a beat on this thing, and some giant bug hits you right in the face, man. Hits you right. It hits you right in the mouth, and you discharge the shotgun and you drop it.
Oh shit!
Oh man, that sucks.
And it falls away.
God damn it!
That really sucks. All right, well, I curse in the most effective French way. We all know they're the best cursors in the world, so
There goes your
Thing-
there goes your custom
this-
Remington.
yeah.
This thing laughs at you.
Oh shit!
I'm too busy worried about the bug on my.
It laughs at you.
It's horrible, man. Its voice is horrible.
Fuck.
It's hideous. You hear this thing. Everybody hears this thing laughing. You cringe.
What about Aloysia? Does he see this thing peeking through his window?
We're gonna do
I'm
him
going-
last. We're gonna do
Okay.
them last. We're gonna do them last. But yeah, it's so now it's Jeff's turn.
I'm yelling at his door to get up.
Where is Jeff? Oh, Jeff's down
You
there.
can kick the door in, Tom, if you want.
I'm sure Aloysia's up already, man. We're all up. He was right there at the point of impact.
All right. I think Jeff has a 38 special. Like. It's fucking futile, man. I guess Jeff will poke his head out the window, see what the hell's going on. Guess
Can we burn it?
he'd probably see Sebastian drop his gun.
He does.
Well, Jeff will take a peek up there.
Sees it, man. It's
See the
horrible.
beast.
It's horrible.
If
Okay.
he's looking out the window, he's got to roll sanity.
Oh no. Failed his sanity check. Roll low. Okay, he rolled low. Yeah, he rolled a 2 for sanity loss.
All right. So he absorbs it. It's traumatizing, but he handles it.
Alright, he'll take it.
He shudders. Ugh.
Alright,
Oh my
he'll,
god.
he'll pull off 3 shots with his 38. We'll get a penalty die for each one here. Shooting 3. So first shot, have penalty die. That's a hit
Nice.
for 9. 9
Okay.
damage. Second shot. It's a hit
Nice.
for 3 more damage. Third shot. It's a hit for 10 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Pop, pop, pop!
Ooh.
Got 3 shots left.
So we had what? 9, 3, and 10. Is that right?
That's right.
Well,
All right, man.
Sebastian's gonna have to go with his backup 44 Magnum.
He definitely is hitting it. Again, it's just this mass of writhing black. It almost looks like it's worms.
We ever
It's hard to look at this thing. It's twitching and writhing the body of it.
Don't look.
You have to look.
That's what Juliet's screaming at the officer. She's saying, "Don't look! Don't look!" Okay, so that was Jeff. Who's next?
All right. It's gonna be Zhang.
All right, Kyle, you want to control Zhang?
I was gonna do Aloysia.
All right. Hey Lee, how are these cars connected? Like, in other words, like this sleeping car, is the dining car connected like to the top or front of this car or to the back? You know what I'm saying?
So it's gonna be. So this. Okay, if you start from the beginning,
Oh, I see.
right
So
here,
the far left is the front, and then it goes back. I see.
and then here, and then the bottom would be here, right?
Okay, so the dining car is behind the sleeping car, and the salon car is in front of the
Correct.
sleeping car. Okay.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an order basically.
All right, I think Shang's going to play it kind of safe here. He's going to move out past the officer here and run down into the dining car, into the kitchen up here.
Okay.
I guess he'll be kind of in this hallway, kind of beyond the pantry somewhere. Hauling ass down away from this thing. Let me see what he has weapon-wise here. Got a bow staff, and I think he has a Luger. If I remember right, doesn't he? He have a pistol. Somebody was teaching. I think one of Tor's men taught him how to use a pistol. Not sure if he marked it on here though. Oh, he has a Beretta. That's what it is. Beretta 9mm. But yeah, he's just gonna kind of move down away into the next car, trying to get away from where this thing is. He hears the gunshots. And Juliet screaming, "Don't look at it!"
Juliet, the police officer in front of you, he does look out the window. He's got his pistol, and he screams, "Ah!" and he faints. Boom.
Oh shit.
It's out right in front of you.
Go sleepy, bye. Okay, well, shit. That kind of sucks. Let's see who's next. I think it's going to be Aloysia? Aloysia or the cop, I guess. Or it, I'm not sure.
It's gonna be Aloysia. So whoever's controlling Aloysia, this thing basically is a window. It shatters the window.
Dude, don't let it eat the monk.
Is
No, not that I know.
Cowering in the corner, praying.
I bet he is.
Is he really? All right. Well, Aloysia,
man.
give this some full auto. Get up, you priest. Let loose with the AK-47, man.
He doesn't have his AK.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't. We ain't got the auto weapons.
He's gonna give it the full pepper box of love. So what do I have to roll for that?
What's he using?
The AK-47.
He doesn't have an AK.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah, we don't have our automatic weapons.
No.
Oh,
has any automatic weapons?
He's got his Zizmek.
He does have his saber that's blessed.
All right, he'll try to wail on it with his saber.
Yeah.
Aloysia immediately pulls out his blessed sword. He's like, ah! Chops right at it, man.
Russian war cry.
Like the blessed blade.
Alrighty.
Is my chainsaw blessed?
He's successful.
It is, Tom. It is, actually.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was. Okay.
He chops into it and it lets out a horrible howl.
Nice. Hack and slash, baby. I think everyone's gone except for the other guard.
Yeah, the other officer opens the window up and sticks his head out and clips a couple rounds at it. He's screaming, but he's not passed out. He's just screaming Arabic curses. He fires at it. All right, so are you kicking the door? What are you doing, Tom? Are you kicking the door in, or?
No. What I was going to do is going to grab the curtain and the pole that it's on. I'm going to light it on fire. I'm going to open this window, and I'm going to throw it on top of the roof right here and burn this.
Okay, so you're working on that. You're collecting that stuff up.
Is train made of wood? Just a question.
It's wood. It's wood and metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well,
there's wood.
it is called the Desert Star. We may make that true.
Do we have hand grenades or anything, or no?
No, no heavy weapons. Got our pistolas
I
and
mean, the
and
other
our
option
blessed
is to go
weapons.
in there with the blessed chainsaw and go
Yeah.
hacking it, or
Yeah.
get up on the roof.
Do your worst, man. Thing's gonna kill some people, man, if we don't take it out somehow.
Is it affected by fire though?
We don't know.
Wonders Humperdinck.
Right. So I have totally forgotten how to set up a turn order here.
I can handle that. Hold on. You just right-click on the tokens and add turn.
Okay.
Or actually, for the player characters, is select them and use the initiative macro here. It should pull them in.
And well, you know, I gotta roll off at 10.
Okay.
Sorry.
And we'll put the monk in here. We won't bother putting the unconscious dude in there, I guess.
He could wake up.
All right, and then just assign some values to the police officer. Please. In the turn order box, just type in their ishnish or their dexterity score. And then you can click on the gear icon there to sort them ascending. Shit, everybody has 80 except for me, so the order will be just kind of whatever it is. And then you can right click the beast, we'll add him too. You know, I think everybody's in there.
Okay. Right. So it's Jeff's turn.
There, I just sorted them.
Tom, you want to roll for Jeff? Or wait,
Well, no,
no.
it's Jane.
Actually,
Yeah, that's how it
Sorry.
sorted them, so.
Yep. So it's Jang.
Alright. Jang has a
Jang's
blessed
got-
weapon, doesn't he?
As bow staff has
Well, that's right.
iron engraved, you know, it's embedded on the caps, you know, for the bow
Alright.
staff and
Alright,
bow staff.
I'm playing it safe
rolled
with
for it.
Jang since Harry's not here. I don't want to get him killed. He's just going to run through the dining car here. He's looking to kind of get back to the baggage car, or the, what's it called? Four-gun baggage car, yeah. Just running back to the back of the train.
All right.
Got his bow staff out. He's warning, and he's yelling for the crew or the servants or whatever. Just warning them about what's going on.
And for your lives.
I noticed in the baggage car there's like a bird. It says observation room, bird cage above.
Oh. Don't know, you haven't been back there.
That would be the place to make a last stand against the hunting war, in the bird cage. All right, so then we're gonna go to Aloysia.
Loisha.
all right, Elisha swings again for Mother Russia. And he hits.
Makes it.
Aloysia's like a freaking sword fighting master.
Yeah, so he rolls 1d8 plus 1. Okay. Oh, he must get some other pluses too. 2 plus 1d4.
He does get
So
plus
we roll.
1d4 damage bonus, yeah.
Yep. So 5 more points of damage.
Okay. All right.
Doctor.
Dick.
All right, dude, I throw my fireball, man. I throw my fire spear.
You see you climb out the window and try to pitch this fire spear at this thing.
Exactly, kind of like imagine like a German grenade, like the long like handle. You know what I'm saying, with the tip glowing and burning, using that old tapestry. Right.
That's how you see it in your cocaine injected state. But yeah, you've got this.
Exactly. A glowing German hand grenade.
It's a tater masher.
All right, so roll sanity.
Now I rolled sanity. That will not count because I see him.
You're looking at it. You're looking at it now. You're like, oh damn. This thing that we had to deal with in Boston.
Worms.
Ooh, I eat it. I lick my lips.
Yeah, you observe it. So what's your fight brawl?
Six.
Or throw, whichever one's better.
What between fight brawl and what?
Throw.
Okay. Yeah. I whip this thing. Boom! Sticks in its side. Hopefully.
Roll 1 to 8.
Four fire damage.
You see it impact this thing, but because of the speed that the train's going and everything, you see it impact it. It definitely strikes it, but it kind of flies off.
Well, at least you didn't drop a shotgun.
Yeah. I was
Right.
hoping to light this thing up, man. All right. Sorry, guys.
All right, Sebastian.
Let's see here. I guess I'll lean back out with the Smith & Wesson 44 or try to shoot it again.
Right.
Boom.
Much better than the first time.
Nice.
Boom.
Critical. So Kyle, that's going to do an extra D10.
Okay, I got to roll for that.
Most powerful handgun in the whole world. Blow your head clean off.
Well, 14 points of damage.
Do you feel lucky today?
Kapow.
Hear that? Everybody hears that. Boom! 44 Magnum. 4 pistol recoil and lights up the night sky.
Let's see here. I've got to bail. I'm so sorry, guys, but Sebastian will continue to shoot. You guys can roll for him.
Right.
If that thing gets close to him, he has blessed brass knuckles for each hand. He will don those and fight to the death.
All right.
Well, wait for the end of this initiative. It's only going to be like 5 minutes. Wait till the end of this initiative, right?
Okay.
Let everybody go, and then you can check out.
All right. So Jeff,
like a couple more people.
Jeff's going to empty his wheel gun. He's going to fire 3 more shots. Let's see here. Smith & Wesson, 38. He gets a penalty die on each shot.
Why?
That's a miss. Because, you can fire 1 shot from a pistol and not get any penalty, but if you can fire up to 3, but you get a penalty die for each shot. So that's a fail.
Okay.
That's a miss. That's a hit for 2 damage.
Ooh, there's another hit.
Hit for 1 more damage, so he does 3 damage. And his revolver goes click. Keeps pulling it. Click, 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 click. Oh, damn.
That's right, because you did a lot the last time.
He did do a lot the last time.
Yeah.
And after he empties it, though, Lee, he's going to kind of move back out into the the little corridor here, back away from the window.
Haunting horror.
Oh shit.
So, Aloysia, you see this thing, its tail, and grasp the cleric and rip him out. He bites his head off.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Wait.
Grasp and then takes it. Huh? Pardon me.
Your mic kicked off at the key moment.
Yeah.
Start
So he.
over again? What
Yeah.
happened to his
So.
head?
So you see, the hunting hornet's tail comes in and grabs the cleric and rips him out of the car. Snaps his head clean off. Boom! And catches his head in some kind of taloned hand.
So much for saving the priest.
I told that coward to get up, Aloysius said.
Damn.
At least he was praying.
All right, it's
Yeah.
You hear the thing say, "Where's your god now, cleric?"
Oh,
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Not even the Magi can save you now.
what a rude monster.
Really?
Just how rude.
Boutros Al-Kisi didn't even have a chance to do anything other than die.
All right, Lee, it's Officer Al-Hazid in the back of the car here.
Hey, can the priest have some final last words?
No.
Here, let me tell you what they are. Shit!
They say the head is alive for like at least another 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Just the head. Whoa.
Exactly, just the head.
Just the head speaks.
He's shooting wildly with his pistol, screaming.
I can see that. Yeah, he's shooting wildly, all right.
Ah!
He hits the mail pole, ding, 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 along
Yeah.
the way, and the stop sign and the cactus.
All right, so Juliet, wow. Just wow. I just kind of don't want to lose my head right now. She's also gonna run back into the dining car. Kind of running up behind Shang. She looks down at the officer on the ground, thinks of like trying to revive him. She's like, no, fuck it. And she runs into the next car, into the dining car.
So to get into the smoking car here, dining car, you have to go through the back here?
Yeah, I think it kind of does like a zigzag through the map here.
Okay. So
Like-
if I go this way, I would end up
In the salon
here.
car. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I
But
think that's right.
basically, once this thing has decapitated him and has his head in its hand, he pitches the head back through the window into Aloysia's lap and flies off.
Oh, good. We're going to shrink that.
Holy shit.
My good fatigue pads.
He does have to roll sanity. Aloysia needs to roll sanity for that.
All right.
Even for the Russian soldier, that's
dude,
a bit much.
His sanity's not the best. No.
So roll 1 to 3.
Can I rub the Ligor brain on him?
Yeah.
I come in there and try to calm him down.
And don't forget
Roll sanity again.
don't forget luck. You can mitigate that.
I can. Okay. Well.
Yeah, you can spend 4
Yeah,
luck
he's
to lose
definitely
1.
he's definitely gonna use it.
Okay.
He's
It's
got
All right,
luck.
so-
for 1 or 2.
You guys regroup after this hideous experience. You guys can roll for anything you made tonight. Roll for your luck and all that.
All right.
We'll kind of end the session since
So it came for the
That's
priest.
okay.
That's kind of significant.
and it did come for the priest.
Call for the priest.
I failed.
Well,
I
you
failed my-
can, but
His last words before he had his head torn off, he turns to Aloysia and he says, "Go to the monastery."
Exactly.
go to the
Thank you.
monastery. Duly noted.
I'm gonna save the head and try to save and shrink it later, or bring it at least back to the monastery. We'll take care of its body. We'll
All you have is his head.
If you make the skill,
Did
what do you
throw-
roll to increase it?
You
1
don't
to
increase
10.
it. You don't increase it by anything if you make
Yeah,
the roll.
just luck.
You have to fail the roll to
Right.
increase it by 1
Right.
d10.
You failed. I failed it. I
Yeah.
did fail it.
Yeah, it's a d10 to increase the skill.
Nine.
Oh, and don't forget to roll for your luck too.
We're definitely going to keep the head because that's our proof that this guy sent us.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's gonna be our presentation piece when we come in.
But again, I'm not gonna shrink it yet.
Who sent you? This head sent us.
Yeah, it's like the thing kind of gifted us with its head, so we might as well hang on to it.
Ooh. So if you make your luck, you don't get any more.
You do. You get 1d10 plus 5 if you make the roll. Max 99. Jeff needs luck here. I'll roll for Jeff.
All right, gents. I got to roll. Awesome game. I'm glad we haven't died yet. I'm sure it's on the horizon, but that was good.
Yeah, that was kind of a ramp up for things to come.
Yeah.
Game, Kyle.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
man.
That was good.
See you later,
All
dude.
right. Good night, guys.
Good night,
Good
Kyle.
night, guys.
Good night. Take it easy.
Tom.
Good night, Lee. Thanks, man. That was fun.
All right, I think that's everybody. Did he do rolls for Aloysia?
Not sure if he did or not.
I don't think he did. I'll do it for him here.
I just had Arabic, right? That's all I did. Oh wait, I made throw. No, I made my
Brawl.
thrall. Right.
Yep.
Ooh, and I made it again. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night, Tommy.
Good night, Tom.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game. All right, Lead. Good game, man. That was pretty intense.
Yeah, it's gonna ramp up, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, I know these guys really want to fight these things, but I'm fucking running away from this shit. Fuck that. I'm just hoping
You don't feel bad about doing that at all.
I don't. I was kind of just hoping like maybe it'll eventually
don't.
just get its fill or accomplish whatever it's trying to do, and it will go away. Kind
That's
of what I was
happens.
hoping. I was
Yeah.
kind of envisioning myself hiding in the baggage room somewhere from this thing, hiding in the dog cage. Not gonna get me in there.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you next time. You have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too, Sean.
Take it easy.
Good game, man. Yeah,
Yep.
you too.
See ya.